So you being a fair-skinned woman, light-skinned woman, what do you think the attraction is with light-skinned women? From a light-skinned woman, what do you think it is for us as men?
I think that it's a imposed standard of beauty. I think that it's something that, you know, Eurocentric cultures have been doing since the dawn of time. So every time we see anything different from our norm, we automatically post it on a pedestal. And we see it with really subtle microaggressions, like I want my daughter to have good hair, or I don't want my kids dating no dark-skinned kid because I want them to have cute skin, pretty eyes. That's why they be going so far as to, you know, create biracial kids. And it's just a really sick form of brainwash, in my opinion. Fortunately, when I went to a HBCU, I had like relearned everything. I already was conscious of those kinds of little cadences and being treated differently, and noticing how like all my other family members got treated, because I'm actually one of the brightest.
I like that. I like the cockiness.
I'm actually one of the bright. No. I mean, like physically, I was the light bright.
Well, you know, some people may take that as cocky, but you're saying it as a struggle mode.
Because I hate it.
Wow.
I love.
And this is coming from a light-skinned woman. You felt this way.
I hated being treated differently for that, and I hated seeing that happen to women that I thought were beautiful, but they were treated so poorly because of their skin complexion. And then they had to question that, and then they had to feel as though they were feeling like a kind of role per se. And you can see it, like, not even when you just growing up, you see it in TV. You ever see Made of America?
Yeah.
Remember how the dark-skinned sister was the one that was after the one that had all the money? He was after, and light-skinned shorty was the one everybody was chasing because she's the down there subtle one.
Right.
You see it in the Proud Family. Dejanay was the ghetto dark-skinned one that had a whole bunch of brothers and sisters that ain't know how to act.
Real life shit.
Penny was the light-skinned one that was the football player, the freaking school editor, the singer, and you can even see how La Cienega was like pitted against light-skinned shorty, and they still favor La Cienega more in certain occasions. It manifests in a lot of different ways, and then we start acting on it, and it's fucked up. Colorism's real.
They are obsessed with our phenotypes. Exoticals. Yes, we have different types of phenotypes, but what makes you an exotical is a mixture of your black and non-black features. I get hate from non-black women, white women, unambiguous women, anybody who we would consider a basic Betty, undesirable, somebody who doesn't really take care of themselves and just get mad at other people who do, haters and whatnot. If you have an undesirable female boss, she's gonna give you a hard time. I used to have to deal with this white lady manager. She, no matter what I did or didn't do, whether it was me being in the bathroom too long or me not being in a certain area, she would always have something to say. And she was the only one who had anything to say. And I could tell I triggered her a lot. Her face would just shrivel up, and it's like it was a reflex or something. And, you know, she was the only manager that was just so extra. She was the one who was even policing me about my hair. She said my ponytail was too long. Like, it's not supposed to be past my shoulders, and it was just right above my shoulders. But she was just giving me a hard time. She was just trying to analyze my ponytail and see if it was within regulation. Ain't no other manager in here saying nothing about my hair, and they're way up higher in rank than you. So go sit down. Have several seats. I just can't stand when people just hate just to hate. Like, what is the reason for you hating somebody for wanting to take care of themselves and looking good? Like, how does that offend you? Oh, I know how, because you're triggered, because it reminds you of how you're not as leveled up as you would like to be. But, you know, look, that's laziness. Like, if you, like I said in one of my other videos, use jealousy as a tool to level up. We've all been jealous. It's a natural human emotion to be jealous. But there's two different types of people when it comes to dealing with jealousy. There's the one group of people who get bitter and mad and let life just become bitter. And then there's the other group that takes in the information that they're receiving within their bodies. I feel like jealousy. I'm feeling some type of way about the way this person looks or whatever. What is it? Maybe it's something that you would like to look like yourself. So you work towards that. We live in 2025. There's no excuse to not look how you want to look. There's all kinds of different methods, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm pro beauty enhancements to an extent. I don't necessarily agree with procedures that may cause you to lose your life, like a BBL. You can get a natural big butt if you do, certain workouts. I don't really condone that because that has led to people losing their lives. So it's not that serious because you can do it naturally. I like to do things as natural as possible when it comes to enhancements. You know what I'm saying? Enhancements are supposed to not replace, it's supposed to enhance what you already have. But if you're the type of person who don't like the way that you look at all, this is an unpopular opinion, you can change yourself. It's 2025. There's procedures for almost damn near everything. So instead of being mad at a girl because she got a nice body, why don't you just go to the gym and find a workout routine? All of these gyms have, at least I know, LA Fitness and what's the other gym? Planet Fitness. They provide, if you have a membership, they provide like trainers for you. So you can get a trainer, a nutritionist. America's Family Fitness, they also do that. Gym membership, if you can afford one, I think Planet Fitness is $10 a month or $5 a month. That's like a cup of coffee a month. So there's really no excuse for just not leveling up. Unless you just don't want to level up, then that's just your choice. But then don't get mad at the girl who wants to level up. Don't do that. Like, I get tired of always having to go into a space and feeling like people are hating on me. Like, you can read the room. I can read a room. And I can read when somebody from across the way is hating or has something to say or feels some type of way or is triggered just because I'm there. And if it's a female of authority, like my boss, she'll try to get me fired. I swear, I had a manager try to get me fired. She tried to plant a seed that I was stealing from the company when I wasn't. She was trying to convince everybody that I was stealing, and I was not. She kept me from getting a promotion. And it's almost, I could think, I've had a whole bunch of jobs. I'm a job hopper. For those who know me, I'm a job hopper. I don't stay at a job longer than a year, and I don't know what that is about. I get bored real quick, but because of that, I do have a lot of skills in a lot of different areas. So that's the positive side of that. But I digress. I'm just saying, female bosses are going to always give pretty women a hard time just because they're there. You could be unproblematic. You could be to yourself. You're quiet. They're going to bother you. They're going to find a reason to bother you. You might even feel damn near picked on. When I was in the military, I had a drill sergeant that was always picking on me. And I would ask her at the end, I was like, when we was about to graduate, because for those who went to boot camp, there's the red phase, white phase, and then blue phase. Red phase is your fresh meat. They treat you like shit. White phase is like 3 weeks in. They start to treat you a little better. And then there's blue phase where you get ready to graduate, where they're all nice to you. They treat you like you're one of them now. It's like a whole process of hazing, right? I don't know if I can say hazing, but it's like a damn near a hazing process. But I asked her during blue phase when we was cool, why did you treat me like shit? And she was just telling me, she was cool. She was like, because I saw the potential in you. So she saw potential in me. Even though I was quiet and I didn't talk and I was by myself. a lot. I barely talk to people, but she saw something in me to the point where she needed to pick on me, so I stood out to her. So our haters are doing the same thing. They're specifically targeting you because you stand out. Otherwise, they wouldn't have noticed you. I know women who are undesirable feel like they're invisible to people. Somebody will accidentally bump into them because they didn't see them. Like, that's crazy. I don't even know what that feels like, because I get so much attention. Too much attention. Too much sugar ain't always good. People think when you get a lot of attention that it's a good thing, but having attention is good, but there's too much of anything is bad. So, and I'm just leave it at that. So as Exoticals, we stand out. We can't help that. People, non-black white women know it. I feel like I get a lot of hate from a lot of white Karens and basic Betty Karens. Like I swear, they just, it's them. It's like a few groups. It's them. It's unambiguous black women, not all, of course. And there's a certain type of male too that will try to humble you a lot, give you a hard time. They'll, like, jealous men. That's a whole nother subject. But I deal with jealous men trying to humble me all of the time. Trying to, like, they'll compliment another girl in front of you to try to see if you get jealous. Like, that's a dead giveaway a guy is trying to humble you. And usually the reason he's trying to humble you is because he feels intimidated by you. You know how when you was a little kid and the boy would hit you because he really liked you, for real? It's kind of like that. Because they don't know how to react to your beauty sometimes. I've heard people actually, as adults, do those things that children would do. Like, I had a guy in college do that to me, but the whole time he liked me. Like, he would always talk shit about me, but in a joking way. But it was like, okay, you're doing too much. You don't need to, it's starting to get annoying. And then eventually I found it out he really liked me a lot and didn't know how to respond. So he just reacted, and I don't know, that's just how people react when they're triggered by you. We trigger people's insecurities. We trigger people's emotions a lot. Especially if you're a black passing pretty exotical. You're not supposed to be. If you have black in you, you're not supposed to be attractive. That's how the white culture has always saw us as ugly, But when you see a beautiful black woman and she's attracting the white men, not just the white men, all of the men, all of the races of men, like Exoticals. I have experience with Asians, whites, blacks, mixed. You name it! All races of men will approach me on a daily, not a daily basis, but throughout my life. And I didn't even think Asian dudes like black girls like that, but they be hitting on me more than unambiguous black men, for real. Them and Hispanic men, for sure. At my job, it's always a Hispanic dude that's trying to get my number, and he flirts with me the most, usually. Because of that, if a woman who's the same race as this guy who's flirting with you, like, she's looking at you like he's supposed to be flirting with me. Like, he's flirting with that black girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, black passing Exoticals get the most hate from people of all groups. And at least in my experience, it's been that way. When you're black passing and attractive and you look very unique and different because of your mixed features, and you're just memorizing. I had a manager wink at me at work today. Like, okay, and that's all I'm gonna say on that one. I don't like to, unless he really crosses the line, then I might have to do something about it. But so far he's been very respectful. But I just noticed it might have even been out of instinct. He didn't even mean to do it, probably, because it's like a really high up manager that did that. I was asking him for directions. So I noticed male managers they get very antsy around me too. Almost like they're trying to be good because they're in management position, and you can get in trouble for stuff. So I noticed with them, sometimes it's hard for them to even look at me in the eyes, in the face. Muslim men do that a lot too. They won't even look at me in the face when they're talking to me. They'll look to the side the whole time. We're very intimidating. We trigger emotions. And because we attract so much attention, we attract haters as well. You know, we attract a lot of that. You'll have people wanting to ruin your life, plotting against you, monitoring spirits. People will be obsessed with you, trying to find you on the internet, trying to do a background check on you, trying to find your real name, all of these things. Just so obsessed. Like, you live in their heads rent free. Being beautiful is a gift and a curse, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I really wouldn't. This is my journey, and I'm embracing it, and I love everything. You know, I'm embracing all the positive that comes, and I'm just dismissing all of the negative. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we have to constantly try, because people are constantly trying to bother us or trigger us. You know, trying to give us a hard time when we're just minding our business, minding our pretty girl business, doing us. Even in the exotical space, just doing us. Other people want to come in and tell us what an exotical is. Is it all, you're not really an exotical? Like, other people coming into our space trying to tell us about the rules that we've already set in place. No, ma'am. Unrecommend. If you do not like what we have to say, I promise it's that easy. But they just want to monitor us and watch, because they know we're attractive. We're our feminine essence. That's what feminine energy does. It attracts. People can't help it. Even if they don't want to hear what we have to say, they still come back and watch what we have to. You know, that's just our life. And this is just the internet. So y'all can imagine in real life what we go through. So that's all I really wanted to say. But this is just a quick video. Haters gonna hate. Let them. It's okay. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say on this video. And let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all next time. Thank you for listening.